on 6th of May 2025 at Pakistan's request. Urgent need for restraint and de-escalation, including concerns regarding attempts to undermine the Indus Water Treaty. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's position also received an authoritative international validation in December 2025 when UN Special Rapporteurs and independent experts confirmed in a formally released report that India's use of force inside Pakistan following the 22nd of April Pahalgam incident violated international law and risked escalating a volatile region which could have a very serious conflict between the two nuclear-armed states. Beyond India's unilateral decision to hold the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance and its shared water resources, Pakistan has observed a concerning pattern of irregular and unexplained fluctuations in river flows over the recent period, raising serious questions regarding compliance with established treaty obligations. Earlier in April 2025, we have twice observed unusual abrupt variations in the flow of the river Chenab, first between 30th of April and 21st of May 2025, and then again between 7th and 15th of December last year. More recently, on 2nd of May 2026, the flow of the Jhelum was observed to rise sharply within a short span of time before dropping again significantly within the same time. Similarly, during 2nd and 3rd of May 2026, unusual and unexplained variations were recorded in the river Chenab, including a marked decrease in flow during the early hours of 3rd of May 2026, well below expected seasonal levels. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, these developments taken together reflect a worrying pattern of irregularity and underscore the urgent need for full transparency and immediate meaningful steps to just settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with relevant UN Security Council resolutions and the aspirations of the Kashmiri people. Third, durable peace in the South Asia can only be built on equality, mutual respect, and peaceful resolution of disputes. India's persistent reliance on unilateralism and jingoism are a threat to regional peace and stability. Excellencies, Pakistan remains a firm believer in the enduring relevance of multilateralism and the peaceful resolutions of all disputes. We support universal and consistent adherence to the principles of UN Charter, including self-determination, the non-use or threat of force, and the peaceful settlement of disputes. These principles are not only abstract ideals, these are essential foundations for sustaining global peace and stability. Pakistan's current membership of the UN Security Council gives us an important opportunity to advance principled, balanced, constructive and issues of national peace method. concrete nation. Durable peace cannot be achieved through force or coercion. Justice, respect for fundamental rights, particularly the right of self-determination, the peaceful settlement of disputes, and the faithful implementation of the UN resolutions remain indispensable to sustainable global stability. Guided by these principles, Pakistan has actively worked to strengthen cooperation across multilateral platforms available on the globe. During our presidency of the Council, Pakistan convened a briefing on enhanced cooperation between United Nations and Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC), underscoring the importance of closer coordination among multilateral institutions in addressing shared challenges and advancing common objectives. At the regional level, Pakistan's engagement is anchored in the wide network of multilateral forums, including the OIC, the Economic Cooperation Organization (ECO), and D8, which serve as important frameworks for promoting dialogue, cooperation, and shared development. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan looks forward to assuming ECO chairmanship of the Council of Foreign Ministers and the ECO summit in 26-27. This will provide an important opportunity to further advance regional economic integration and connectivity. Pakistan also continues to play an active and constructive role within Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO), host next year in 2020. Aims cooperation Asia, particularly in trade, connectivity, security, and sustainable development. Building on these engagements, Pakistan is deepening its partnership with Central Asian states across diverse sectors, particularly in connectivity, trade, energy, cooperation, and infrastructure development. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's continued collaboration with its all-weather strategic partner China, including through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, generally known as CPEC, remains a key pillar of its regional connectivity agenda, contributing to shared prosperity, development, and economic integration. In parallel, Pakistan maintains a broad and constructive partnership with the European Union, encompassing political dialogue, trade, development-related priorities, reflecting a shared commitment to stability, sustainability, and inclusive and shared growth. Pakistan's engagement is rooted in histories of solidarity and shared struggles for self-determination and respect for sovereignty. It continues to advance African perspectives, support led peace and security initiatives, particularly those of the African Union and sub-regional organizations. Pakistan's peacekeepers serving under the United Nations have made and continue to make important contributions to peace and stability across the continent. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan remains supportive of initiatives aimed at strengthening multilateral cooperation, including the Global Governance Initiative, which seeks to make the global governance system more responsive to the needs and aspirations of the developing countries while addressing shared global challenges. In the Middle East, Pakistan, together with other 8 Arab and Islamic countries, remains committed to advancing the comprehensive plan to end the Gaza conflict in line with Security Council Resolution 2803. In pursuance of this objective, Pakistan joined the Board of Peace in January 2026 when Prime Minister of Pakistan Shehbaz Sharif formally signed the Board of Peace document which seeks to facilitate implementation of the Gaza peace plan and support the reconstruction of Gaza in the near future. Pakistan firmly believes that sustainable peace in the Middle East requires an end to occupation and the full and faithful implementation peace initiatives leading to the establishment of a sovereign, independent, viable and contiguous state of Palestine based on pre-1967 borders with al-Sharif as an outcome that remains essential for lasting peace and stability in the region. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's constructive engagement in recent and ongoing efforts for promoting dialogue and de-escalation in the Gulf region reflects its consistent commitment to peace and stability. Drawing on its relationship across the region, Pakistan has made efforts to reduce tensions and create space for meaningful engagement among key stakeholders. I can share with you that right from the first day, February, I was actually traveling when Iran was attacked. Pakistan was the first one to come out and Foreign Office condemned that attack. Within hours, same day, the attacks started on the Gulf countries. We continued to make efforts and we had no choice but to also condemn those attacks on our friendly and brotherly countries, GCC. Since that day, we have been continuously making efforts with all the stakeholders and particularly US and Iran to sit and negotiate between them and reach to a truce and end this conflict. We're all aware that eventually, after a gap of 47 years, during which the two parties never agreed to sit together and have direct dialogues, Pakistan managed, and Pakistan was able, as a result of its untiring efforts led by Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif and supplemented by Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir and the Foreign Office of Pakistan, we managed to get them to hold direct talks after 47 years in this very beautiful city of Islamabad. It was a marathon session of 21 hours, which started in the afternoon of 10th and ended early hours of 11th of April. I'm happy to say and progress very, very positively, but needed to go back to their capitals and the leadership for the consultation. So they left on 11th. We as facilitator and mediator tried to do a duty for the region and beyond. I think they made very good progress by 11th morning, but as I said, they had to leave and consult. What did we achieve? At least, even before the negotiations started, we managed to convince for a ceasefire. So the ceasefire later on was extended, and a third extension, second extension, and a third extension. What is our objective and aim is to continue to convince both sides as an honest facilitator and mediator to negotiate and reach a peaceful settlement. This is need for the region. This is need for the globe. This is need, for the economy of the world. Whatever has happened so far, it has already dented your global GDP to a great degree. It's not me, it's the international financial institutions who are saying this thing. So, you know where the prices of energy are. A global community to do our best, and we greatly acknowledge, all our friendly countries who have been supporting and encouraging us to continue this effort, whether it is Central Asian states, whether it's South Asia, the West Asia, the Middle East, you name it, the Europe, the Americans, everywhere. So from Australia to Canada to everywhere, we have been in touch on regular basis. So objective is common, as that this this conflict ends.
पाकिस्तान ECO और शंघाई ताउन तंजीम के फोरम्स पर भी शिरकत दारी का ख्वाहा है। सेनेटर इसहाक डार की जानिब से तकरीब से खिताब किया गया है।